What is up, everybody? This is Nerding Out Sports, and today, hopefully for the last time, I will be talking about the Leonard Williams contract situation. As we all know, yesterday was the deadline for the Giants and Williams to come to a contract extension. They did not, so he will be playing the 2020 season with the $16 million cap hit. That's obviously a lot of money to be paying one player who isn't necessarily elite at his position, but even though there's been a lot of backlash because of this, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit why I think it's not that big of a deal that the Giants are paying him that much money this season. So when the Giants traded for Leonard Williams last year, back on October 29th, it was met with a lot of confusion and anger and a lot more questions than answers. Why is Dave Gettleman giving up premium draft capital? This is a third-round pick that is a very high third-round pick. It turned out that the Giants would have been picking fourth overall in the third round. That's a very high pick to be giving up for a rental player. And also, it's going to be a fifth-round pick next year. But why is Dave Gettleman doing this for another interior lineman when you already have three solid players on your team? And my thinking, if I'm trying to get into the head of Dave Gettleman here, the way I see it is that the Giants were probably thinking no matter who they took in the third round, whether it was edge rusher or another interior lineman, they would be getting better production out of Leonard Williams. And I think they always had the intention of bringing Leonard Williams back, even if it was for just one more season. When you think about it, are you going to get better production out of Leonard Williams for 1 year, or are you going to get better production from a third-round pick, a guy that might not see a lot of playing time? I know that argument is going to be met with a lot of negativity because it's always going to be better to have a guy under a rookie contract than it would be to be paying a guy $16 million for one season. But this is more towards the people who seem to think that the Giants would have been going after a guy like Jadeveon Clowney in free agency had they not re-signed Leonard Williams for 1 year or given him the franchise tag. And that just never was going to happen. Jadeveon Clowney, as good as he is, was never going to be a Giant specifically because he wanted, $19, $20 million a year. And I know they're giving Leonard Williams $16 million for one season, but they were not going to be paying a guy $20 million a year for, 3, 4, even 5-year contract. It just was never going to happen. And there's no denying that Leonard Williams was good for the Giants last year. He was very good. I know people are going to look at his half a sack and say, no, he was terrible, get rid of him. But with the Giants, he had 26 tackles. He had 2 of those tackles for a loss. He had 11 quarterback hits, and he was ranked 8th in the NFL in total pressures amongst interior defensive linemen. So at his position, he was a top 10 player at getting to the quarterback. And it goes back to something that I said in a previous video, that if he's able to get the quarterback running and somebody else gets the sack. So, for example, if Leonard Williams gets to Dak Prescott or something, forces him out of the pocket, and he runs into O'Shane Ximines is going to get the sack, but you're going to say, well, if it wasn't for Leonard Williams getting him out of the pocket, that would have never have happened. So I don't think it matters who gets the statistic. There's no denying that Leonard Williams was very good for the Giants last year. He made the Giants' defense better as a whole, specifically against the run. They finished about 20th in the league in run defense, but that was because of Leonard Williams. And they were much, much better against the run when he got there. He made guys like Dexter Lawrence and Dalvin Tomlinson better. He made their pass rush slightly, but he made their pass rush even look better. There's no denying that he is very good at what he does, and he was much better as a Giant. So I'm not going to tell you that Leonard Williams deserves $18, $19, $20 million a year. That's what Chris Jones just got, and Leonard Williams is not that player. But there's no denying that Leonard Williams is very good, at least, again, it's 1 year. So if they let him walk, okay, then you re-sign Dalvin Tomlinson, and you forget about it. But if Leonard Williams has a really good year and the Giants are competing in all these games, and heck, even if they surprise people and go to the playoffs, you got to think Leonard Williams is going to be a big part of that simply because of how good he was for the team last year. So that's really just my argument. Hopefully it's the last we have to talk about Leonard Williams' contract before we can actually get into in-game talk. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace out.